Texas, Buffalo, New York, tuning in. Amazing, amazing. Salt Lake City, Utah. That's Soraya's in my hometown, Salt Lake City, Utah, where I'm sure it is cold at the moment. Hey, everyone in Facebook land. We'll give a second for everyone in Facebook to join. And then we are going to dive in and we're going to talk about the things. We're going to talk about why it is so important right now. Ontario, Canada, awesome. Why it's so important right now for the true warriors to stand up. Like, why this is so vitally important. I wish I would have shared this live stream into... That's why I usually go live on Facebook first, so I can share it into my groups, and then I go live on Instagram. But I did it in reverse today. That's how out of the loop I've been from all of my sickness and my crazy body stuff that's been happening to me. So I've been a little bit absentee lately, and it's been obviously like we had the holidays, and then the day after the holidays, my back went out. And so I've been just finally dealing with all my life happenings. And I think we'll talk about that a little bit because I think it's like actually really pertinent to leading into the conversation about why we need the true warriors to stand up. Say hi if you're on Facebook and you're watching. Let me know that you are here and where you're watching from. We just barely got live on Facebook, so I know we've got people just now getting ready to come and attend, and I will have to go share this into the other groups later. So yeah, say hi. I'm not seeing any comments on Facebook, so I don't know if that's because nobody's commenting or because I'm not seeing comments on Facebook, so I'm not sure. So if you are on Facebook, say something, so I know that you're there. Yeah, so welcome to 2022, I guess, is the first thing that I want to say. And, you know, I actually was on a summit this morning. I was asked to speak on a summit this morning. Okay, we're getting some people on Facebook saying hi. Hey, Kayla. I was on a summit this morning, and I was asked to talk a little bit about, you know, what I've experienced over the last 2 years and then what I'm expecting for 2022. And it was really interesting because I can fully tell you right now that 2022, I don't know if some of you have been following me since then, but I did a live stream event at the end of 2019 that said 2020 is coming for you straight savage. Well, let me just tell you something. I don't even know what the step up is from savage, but that is what 2022 has been. Like 2020 and 2021 have had nothing on the energy that's coming through in 2022 right now. So it's just been the thing that I've been shown, both in my personal life and through, you know, witnessing everyone in my community, as well as kind of like tapping into collectively the energy, collective energy on the planet, is that, you know, this year I think truly is about alignment. And Nelika, hi. This year is about alignment. And the universe is not, God, source, universe, all that is, whatever it is that you call it, the universe is not fucking around this year, okay? Like, I'm telling you that anything and everything that is not in full alignment is going to be stripped away this year. And you get to either show up in a place of surrender and co-creation with the universe, being willing to do your part, being willing to, you know, allow that to happen, or it's going to get ripped away from you. And it's, you know, so I had in 2021, one of my goals was to really get on top of all of the health stuff that was going on in my body. And I did a lot of that during the year. I really focused on it. I did a lot of it, but I didn't address any of my structural issues. And there were also some other things emotionally that were really out of alignment in my life that I wasn't addressing, that I knew I needed to address at the beginning of the year that I didn't address. And literally the 27th of December, the day after Christmas, my back goes out. And I mean, it went out worse than it's ever gone out. And it was like, literally the universe was like, you will look at this and you will become so aware that like you were not in alignment in these areas in 2021. Like you will not take this into 2022. And so I just, at some level, like I was forced into the surrender place. Like I because I couldn't move, and it was so much worse. My back has gone out 5 times in the last 18 months, and I was really forced to look at emotionally why it was happening, what I was ignoring, what the universe was trying to tell me, and I had to show up. Like I had to surrender and actually be willing to do my part, which was my work. And it's, it was a multi-part answer to why my back was going out, but I had to address all of it. And I surrendered into it, and I was like, okay, whatever it is, I will look at it. Whatever it is, I'm willing to address it. Whatever it is, just show me what I need to know. Show me what I need to do. And the beauty of it is the exact right people that I needed to help me through the process showed up in my life. So this incredible physio that I'm working with, that's like a magic man, that is so much more than a physio, came in and helped me really tap into and identifying like this deep distrust of the masculine that I have. And I'm working on that with him, and this quantum healer that I've been working with. And then I went and did Cambo this weekend, and was shown a bunch of other stuff that I really needed to look at. And in the Cambo ceremony though, there's my little, can you guys see them? There's my Cambo dots there that I did on my pericardium meridian, which is, the pericardium is the protector of the heart. So this year, 2022, is about me coming into alignment with fully opening my heart. So I did my Cambo on the pericardium meridian line. And, oh, now I just lost my train of thought. So in Cambo, really what I was shown was that, like, it's my job to surrender to the opportunities that the universe presents me, and to stop fighting them. That when the opportunities actually show up, one of the things that I realized about myself, and I think that so many of us do, is the universe will give me an opportunity, and then I will fight it, or I will try to negotiate it, or I will accept only part of it, right? And this has to do with worthiness and deserving. And we all have these issues. We all have this stuff that we go through. And it's like, really the energy of this year, the things that are not serving us are being stripped away so we can step into the greatest states of worthiness and deserving that we've ever known. But we can't fight it. We can't fight the gifts that the universe is trying to give us. And sometimes those gifts come in the form of obstacles, perceived destruction, and those gifts are the stripping away of the things that don't serve us. And it is human nature to be afraid of that. And so as a result of that, to want to freaking white knuckle grip and hold on as tightly as we possibly can to the things that are trying to be stripped away. But our job this year is to surrender. Surrender to the gifts. Accept the gifts. Stop fighting the gifts that the universe is here to deliver us. Like, that is literally what this year is about. And to continually come back into a place of alignment with what is in your highest and best good. Because I promise you this, if you can do that with a heart of compassion and come back continually into a place of alignment with what is in your highest and best good, it is going to serve every single person around you. Which brings me to really the topic of this live stream today, which is why we really need the true warriors to stand up. And hi to everyone that's saying hi on Facebook, and hi to everyone that's watching on Instagram, and that's watching the replay. And if you are back and you're watching the replay, give me a hashtag replay so that I know that you were here. The algorithm is a tricky thing these days, and especially on Facebook with the shadow banning. Facebook doesn't like my message so much, so they tend to try to not allow me to get all the words out that need to get out there, right? Anyway, So I want to talk about why we need the true warriors to stand up. I think there is no mistaking that we are literally in a war for the soul of humanity right now. And that may sound a little bit dramatic, but I'm going to tell you that I know that with every fiber of my being. Right now, there are powers at work on this planet that want to strip us of our freedoms, that want to enslave us even further than we've already been enslaved. And trust me, we have been enslaved as a collective species for generations, but they want to enslave us even further. They want to make us even further financially interned, where to the point that like we are as a planet living as a socialist planet. This is real, and this is happening right now. And we're at a crossroads. We're at a crossroads where those of us that know that we are here to do important work in the world, we have to stand up right now. We have to. It is no longer a choice of, not feeling ready or not feeling prepared or not feeling like we fully have our shit together. We have to stand up right now because we have to speak out for the collective. We have to shift what's happening right now, because if we don't, our future generations are going to be living fully enslaved. And I don't think that's what any of us want. I really don't. But too many of us will idly sit by and allow the next person to stand up, will allow the next person to speak up. And so today, for the purpose of this live stream today, I'm speaking directly to those of you that know that you have a mission on this planet to do something that is in service of the collective, in service of humanity. So if you know that you came here to this planet to be of service to humanity, you want to watch this live stream. If you're like, I can't be fucked helping humanity, then you probably don't want to watch this live stream. Because I really want to speak to the warriors. Right now, we are being called to service of the collective like we've never been called before. Okay? And I want to talk about what it means to be a warrior, because I think when I say that term, like some people get put off because they're literally picturing, envisioning, out there with spears and, on the ground in battle and fighting. And you know what? It may come to that for some of us. We'll see. I hope that the spiritual warriors can stand up right now. I hope that the people that are meant to be doing big work in the world can stand up right now and go out and fight this battle on the spiritual battlefield so that we don't end up having to fight it on the physical battlefield. But that's coming. If we don't do this, if we don't stand up, if those of us that are meant to stand up don't actually stand up, it is going to be fought on a physical battlefield. And I don't think anybody wants that. So I want to talk about what it means to be a warrior. If you know that you are here with a purpose and a mission to serve humanity, it is your job to get yourself into alignment with the belief that you are invincible. It is your job to get yourself into alignment with the belief that you can test nothing. That nothing can overpower you and the mission and the gift that you've been given. We have to have that much belief in ourselves right now, because there is too much programming and conditioning that is taking us and splitting us away from our mission and splitting us away from our vision. And so like when I'm talking about the way of the warrior, I'm talking about the way of the true warrior here, right? The spiritual warrior. I'm not talking about the warrior that fights on the battlefield. I'm talking about on the physical battlefield. I'm talking about the warrior that fights on the spiritual battlefield. I'm talking about the warrior that is fighting for the soul of humanity right now. And so what does that require? Well, to have a warrior's heart means that you are of service, and it means that you operate from a heart of love, and it means that you operate with bravery and sincerity and wisdom. That's who I'm speaking to right now. That's who I really want tuning into this message. That's who literally the highest version of myself right now is calling out to the highest version of these spiritual warriors that are needed right now on this planet to stand up and do their work in the world. I read this quote today that I loved so much, and it's actually by Pat Riley, who is a basketball coach, was a basketball coach, and actually one that I quite liked. But I was surprised that this quote came from him, but I wanted to read this quote because it really struck me, and I was like, this is what I'm freaking talking about right now, right? So he said, seize the moment by giving an effort so intense and so intuitive that it could only be called one of the heart. And this is what we need. This is literally what we need on this planet right now, is the warriors, the spiritual warriors that are willing to give an effort so intense and so intuitive. Crazy that a basketball coach would say this, right? So intense and so intuitive. The intuition and the intuitive nature of the work that you're here to do in the world is part of is the most important part. I really believe, right? It is the willingness to show up and do your part. And we were just talking about co-creating a relationship with the universe and allowing the universe to give us to bestow upon us the gifts that it's here to give us this year. And this is where I'm going to kind of wrap this back around, because those of you that are warriors, you have gifts that you haven't even tapped into, and you have skills that you need to hone in order to go out and fight and win this battle. And too many of us are sitting around kind of waiting for the gifts to be delivered, but we're also not recognizing when the gifts are being delivered. And this stripping away of everything that's not serving is one of the things that's happening. And likely, if you are a warrior on this planet that's meant to be serving this war, you feel like you're having your ass handed to you right now, because shit is getting stripped away. Things are getting stripped away. What's not serving you is being stripped away, because you need to be able to hone in and focus on the skills and the tools that you need to do the work that you're here to do in the world. So I'm just going to say the quote again, because I think it's so next level and incredible. Seize the moment by giving an effort that is so intense and so intuitive that it could only be called one of the heart. That is what you are being called to right now. And if you're watching this live stream, if you're still watching, if you've been here and you're still watching, it's likely, I'm imagining, because you know that there's work that you're meant to be doing in the world. And you also probably know that you're half-assing it and you're not doing it. You're not fully stepping into who you know you are here to be, and that you're not serving in that way. You're not serving with an effort so intense and so intuitive that it could only be called one of the heart. You're still in the ego. You're still negotiating with yourself. You're still trying to talk yourself into why you shouldn't be giving it your all, why you shouldn't be shining your light as brightly as you're meant to, is why you shouldn't be shouting your message from the rooftops, right? We fight because we have to right now. We don't fight because we love war. We don't fight because we want to be in battle. We don't fight because we want to be at odds with other human beings. True warriors, the ones I'm speaking to right now, we are fighting because we have to. We are fighting. We're not fighting for ourselves. We're fighting for our future generations, because if we don't stand up and we don't shift this trajectory that we are on right now, those future generations will be living in complete slavery. We have to shift this. We have to change this right now. And we have to be willing to hone our skills. This is about showing up and being true and authentic to our cause. And each and every one of you has a different cause. You have a different gift. There's a different piece of you that you are meant to be sharing with the world. Over the last 6 months, I have been being called to greater planetary service back in spiritual entrepreneurship, helping people who are spiritual entrepreneurs. And I really didn't understand why. It just kept coming into my plant medicine ceremonies and my, journaling and my meditation. And like, I knew that that's where I was being called in 2022, but I didn't really fully understand it. Because I was like, why am I needed here? Why am I needed to step in here? Because I'm already helping deconstruct financial slavery consciousness. I'm already helping people step out of financial internment, which is, I do believe, is so needed. And, I'll continue doing that work with my apprentices and my practitioners. But, deconstructing programming, deconstructing conditioning. But I knew this year was going to be different. And I knew that I was being called to planetary service in helping spiritual entrepreneurs get out and get their messages into the world. But I couldn't figure out why me. Like, why did I need to do it? Why was it me? Well, and I think honestly, it's because like I came here with a fucking warrior spirit. I came here with something in me that enables me to push through whatever fear I'm having. I came here with something in me that enables me to tap into the needs of humanity over my individual needs. And as a result, what that looks like is I overgive and I overserve a lot. And so I really had to find a balance. But I've never had a problem identifying the why. I've never had a problem identifying the negative impact that me not sharing my message in the world has. And as a result of that, I have an ability to show up with consistency, and I have an ability to show up with certainty. That is my superpower. And so that is why I'm here to activate the Wealth Warriors. That's why I'm here to activate this next wave of warriors that actually are here to do the work on the ground level, on the front lines with humanity, that are here to shift. It's like, it's time for me to step back from my actual shifting of humanity and help those that are here to do that. And so this business Hypermind, and it is a hypermind, it's not a mastermind. This business Hypermind started dropping in like 6 months ago, and little pieces of it have dropped in over the last 6 months. And I say hypermind because it is about a collective mind that is capable of thought faster than the speed of light. That is what I'm building. That is what I'm creating in this hypermind. I need those of you that are here to do your work in the world to show up and come and hone your skills. I need you to get to a place that you are so fully in alignment with your truth and your authenticity, and so fully energetically backing your cause that people cannot help but experience radical transformation when they are in your presence, or even come into contact with your frequency, vibration, or energy field. That is what Wealth Warrior is about. And I need you properly resourced to do your work in the world. So not only do I need you to be the warrior that you are and go out and do the work in the world, I need you to be properly resourced. I need you to be wildly financially compensated for that work so that there is no excuse for you not to share your message. So Wealth Warrior is a 3-month mastermind. It's starting 2/2/22. So February 2nd, we are beginning. And I am calling the warriors. I am calling you to step into this mastermind with me. I am calling you to come and hone your skills, come and get really, really clear on your message. Step into your authenticity. Fully energetically back your offerings that you're putting out into the world. Looking at and evaluating your brand and your message. Refreshing that if that needs to happen. Coming into alignment with it. And not what you believe the world wants, but what it actually wants. That's the work that we're going to be doing. And we're going to be doing a lot of work on transference and counter-transference and you owning your own shit when you're working with your clients. Being willing to show up as the mirror. I am bringing my incredible cousin Alicia Baker into this program to do some human design work with everyone that's going to be a part of this Hypermind. There is nothing else out there like this. I'm bringing it. I'm fully bringing it. In the last 2 years, I've scaled my business over 7 figures, and it's time for me to come and show you how I've done that. But it's also time for me to pass on to you my superpowers, my certainty, my ability to show up with consistency. I can show you how to do that. I can show you how to own your warrior spirit. And I'm here for it. And that's what I'm doing over the next 6 months. So 3 months, Wealth Warrior. You can come in, you can work with me. You've got Telegram access to me. There will be group calls twice a month. There will be heaps of content. There will be a lot of work to do. And you will be part of a collective of other women who are spirit warriors that are here to do this work in the world. So that's one piece of this. So Wealth Warrior, if you want to know more about this, send a email to www@theleahsteele.com. Just send an email. We'll send you more information on Wealth Warrior. The other thing that I'm offering right now is an opportunity to work with me one-on-one in your business. And I have not done this for a very long time. It's been over 2 years since I have done any type of one-on-one work with women in their businesses like this. And so this is an upgrade to Wealth Warrior. You will also get Wealth Warrior, but you will, in addition to Wealth Warrior, step into a container called Wisdom Keeper. And this is for women who have already had one $10,000 month in their business. If you've already had a $10,000 month in your business, you're eligible to apply for Wisdom Keeper. And you will receive one-on-one sessions with me in addition to everything that will be provided in the Wealth Warrior container. And I will be holding your hand with you inside your business, bringing you into full alignment with your message that you are meant to put out into the world. I do not want anybody applying for Wisdom Keeper if you are not willing to fully energetically back 500,000 plus in 2022. Because I'm just not interested in working with people that aren't willing to play at that level. So you have to be willing to be properly resourced to create the impact that you need to create on this planet. So that's it. Wealth Warrior, would love for you to join me. If you want more information on Wealth Warrior or Wisdom Keeper, email www@theleahsteele.com. And we'll send you the information. And I'd love for you to join me. I think that's it. That's my rant over. So yeah, I guess, if it's you and it's time for you to stand up and do the things, it's time. The time is now. It's not tomorrow. It's not next week. It's not 6 months from now. It's now. This is your call. You are being called. The rest of you, figure out what you want to co-create with the universe this year and come into a relationship with the universe. But stop fighting. Stop fighting the gifts you're being given, and allow the universe to strip away that which isn't serving you, and release your death grip on the steering wheel, because you are not driving the ship in 2022. I can tell you that right now, but it is your job to show up and take inspired action. So that's it. We are in Mercury retrograde. We are in Venus retrograde. There's some other planet in retrograde as well. But I'm going to tell you something. This is the time right now to be revisiting your business, to be rebirthing your business. There is no better time than right now to make this decision, to go all in on the work that you know that you're meant to do in the world. So come join me in Wealth Warrior. That's it. Have an amazing rest of your day, morning, evening. Remember, it is your divine birthright to be wealthy in all areas of your life. You're so worthy and you're so deserving of it. You are deserving of being properly resourced. The more resourced you are, the more good you do in the world. That's it. Signing off. Love you guys.